Well, we always hear it, that self-care is the best care, but we don't always make it a priority. And before you know it, you look back and realize you haven't done anything for yourself in months. So we're saying yes to more self-care in 2020. So we brought along George Fleck with Westin Hotels and Resorts and Liz Ploster with the Women's Health magazine here to give us ways to make this a priority. George, first let's start with this. Why do we keep going with new year, new you instead of new day, new you?
Well, because it's so timely. And what we've seen, especially with travelers, is that traveling is so stressful, it's so disruptive, and our travelers find it really hard to be able to maintain their wellness routines while they're on the road. In fact, a recent Westin survey showed that 89% of travelers are still making those wellness resolutions. And as we're coming to the end of January, it's becoming even harder to make those stick. And as someone who travels over 200 days of the year, and I'm also currently training for a marathon, I can relate to that challenge. But when I stay at Westin, I feel really empowered that I can maintain my wellness routine and maybe even learn something new. We offer Peloton bikes in all of our hotels in North America. We equipped our gyms with Westin TRX equipment, and we also, of course, offer healthy, nutritious, and delicious food options, as well as the Westin Heavenly Bed. All great ways to maintain that wellness routine while you're traveling.
Now, Liz, this is a topic I'm sure you guys obviously deal with on a daily basis. What are the wellness trends you're seeing out there this year?
Yeah, there are a lot of biggies in 2020. First of all, plant-based eating is on the rise. Lots of folks are trying out that vegan lifestyle, and brands like Beyond and Impossible are making it easier than ever with their faux meat products showing up in fast food chains as well as in supermarkets across the country. Similarly, in the nutrition front, a lot of people we've noticed are trying out dry January. It's that sober, curious question. And that means abstaining from alcohol for the first month of the year, or perhaps even longer. There are tons of health benefits when you decide not to drink alcohol, including glowier skin, reduced blood pressure and anxiety, and a big boost in feeling clear and confident. And then in the fitness world, as George mentioned, Peloton is definitely a biggie. We're finding that streaming fitness is not going anywhere. It's just getting bigger and bigger. So lots of people are buying Peloton bikes and treadmills for their homes. On the sort of more budget-friendly end of the streaming spectrum, you can download workout apps. Women's Health makes one called All Out Studio that has some really effective workouts in it. And then finally, recovery is a big trend. There are more and more studies that are showing that if you really prioritize sleep and stretching and foam rolling, it helps you perform at your peak in all facets of your life. So not just in the gym, but also at your office and with your friends and family. Anyway, those are just a few of the highlights. Whatever you decide to dabble in, it's all about feeling your very best.
All right, George, and finally wrapping up here, how does self-care take shape for travelers?
Self-care is really important, as well as recovery, as Liz mentioned. And we see that sleep and food are probably underestimated in terms of recovery while you're traveling. In fact, 1 in 3 respondents to our survey have told us that they do not look to food as a way to recover. A couple of tips that I do when I travel is I grab my sneakers, go on a 20-30-minute run, really, enjoy some of those healthy food options like quinoa, oatmeal, and of course get a restful sleep, maybe with a chamomile tea, and get that 8 hours of sleep in every night.
Appreciate you guys joining us. Great information there. We're going to share it on our website a little later today, so you can check it out one more time. All you got to do is go to firstcoastliving.net.